The airline industry often requires multiple partnerships in order for it to work, and in some cases, among the many partnerships that an airline may have, one of the most often overlooked one is one between the airport and the airline. This is often even more true when an airline bases its operations and has a hub at a specific airport. In the case of Malaysian-based low-cost carrier AirAsia, it is one of the biggest tenants of Kuala Lumpur International Airport, and recently, the relationship between the airline and the operator of the airport has turned into a public feud, which has since spilled into a legal battle where recently, a Malaysian court has ruled in favor of Malaysia's airport operator, Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad, has ordered AirAsia to pay over 40 million Malaysian ringgit in unpaid passenger service charges and late fees. This applies to AirAsia flights operated by the airline as well as the long-haul arm AirAsia X to and from non-ASEAN countries at Kuala Lumpur Airport. So how did it get this bad? And for that, we'll have to take a look at the backstory of the whole situation. At the center of the dispute has been the operations at Kuala Lumpur's International Airport Terminal 2, where AirAsia has operated its main hub since the terminal building was opened in 2014. Prior to that, the airline operated at the now defunct low-cost terminal, and in the late 2000s, AirAsia had plans to open its own airport, citing their own needs and frustrations at Kuala Lumpur Airport. That plan was shelved and vetoed by the Malaysian government. Fast forward to 2017, Malaysia's Aviation Commission, MAVCOM, announced its intentions to make all departure fees equal for all airports within the country. The biggest change made was for international departures to non-ASEAN countries, where the fee, 50 Malaysian ringgit, was raised to about 73 Malaysian ringgit, effective January 2018. That fee is the same as for other airports for the same departures, as well as at Kuala Lumpur's Terminal 1, where most of the other international flights operate from. This has been a point of contention for AirAsia, where it has stated that the services and facilities at Kuala Lumpur Airport Terminal 2 is not to the level of Terminal 1. When the fee hike took to effect in July of 2018, AirAsia protested by not paying the additional charge, keeping the current charge at 50 Malaysian ringgit, and did so between July to December. Malaysia Airports gave a legal notice to AirAsia and its subsidiary AirAsia X in October of 2018 for the unpaid fees, and then it progressed into a lawsuit, Malaysia Airports filing a lawsuit in Malaysian court in December of 2018. AirAsia has continued to express its side of the story, stating that the service quality at Kuala Lumpur Airport Terminal 2 is not to the level of the standard that should be compared to Terminal 1. And among the list of complaints by AirAsia include sanitary conditions at the airport terminal and the runway conditions, which has resulted in losses for the airline due to additional operating costs. But where it really has turned sour has been on social media, where AirAsia CEO Tony Fernandez, as well as other executives of the airline, has released photos of conditions of what passengers of AirAsia as well as the staff have seen, which has included maggots on a trash can and a beehive along the outside of the terminal building. With its frustrations and allegations that the terminal building is not up to standards, AirAsia did file a counter lawsuit earlier this year of around over 400 million ringgit for operational costs and losses at Terminal 2. Along with the recent court decision, that lawsuit has been thrown out, with the court in Kuala Lumpur ordering AirAsia Group to pay around 40.73 million Malaysian ringgit, plus nearly 800,000 ringgit in late payment fees. To no surprise, the airline has announced it will appeal the decision, with Fernandez and fellow founder Dato Cameron Maran stating, quote, AirAsia strongly believes that the court has erred and we will appeal this decision. AirAsia will apply for a stay of execution and challenge MASSB's and its parent Malaysia Airports Holding Berhad actions, which we will maintain are a burden on all traveling Malaysians until we exhaust all avenues available under the law. On the flip side, Malaysian Airport Holdings Berhad Chief Executive Officer Raja Azmi Raja Nazuddin stated that the ruling would not only allow the airport operator to collect the amount but the collections would create a more fair environment for competing airlines at Kuala Lumpur Airport, and was quoted on the New Straits Times saying, quote, "It will also allow Malaysia to be better aligned to international guidelines, including with the International Civil Aviation Organization principle of non-discriminatory pricing at airports." With the looming appeals of the court decision, this dispute is likely not over and will likely see more social media postings from AirAsia and Tony Fernandez. We might also see more involvement from the Malaysian government. What are your thoughts on the current dispute between AirAsia and the airport operator of Kuala Lumpur International Airports, Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad? This has been another edition of Flights in Asia, highlighting the news and information from the aviation industry from the Asia Pacific. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.